Konnichiwa, mina, boku wa Jeremy desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Today is day 354. It is Saturday, December 20th, 2014. Happy birthday, Mom! It is your actual birthday today, so just like I wished you a happy early birthday yesterday, happy birthday now as well if you're watching this. We are now into book 3 of, well, in terms of the following the manga and stuff like that, of Sailor Moon Crystal. And holy shit. This episode was all over the place. It deviated, but at the same time it didn't. Little things like Motoki not waking up and discovering that Ami and Makoto are Jupiter and Mercury. That didn't happen. They kind of fast-forwarded through a bunch of things, and where like Sailor Mercury did create the what do you call it? Hyperspatial sphere to protect the game center, just like in the manga, and they ended up in this kind of interdimensional space type thing and faced off against Queen Beryl. What I thought was interesting between the differences, of course, is in the manga, I know you might not be able to see it as well, but Queen Beryl has Sailor Moon in her hair lock hold thing, but in the episode, Queen Beryl had all of them in her hair lock, and told the story. So we got the backstory of Beryl and how basically Queen Metallia comes sort of from the sun. Like there's an energy thing that happens that causes her to send the power down, and yeah. And that kind of is the basis towards my little parody that I did of Queen Metallia. I'll have to show it to you sometime. It's got some swearing in it, so it's to the tune of Roman Holiday by Nicki Minaj, just so you know. You could probably find it on my YouTube channel somewhere-ish, back, like way back, because I did it last year at AR, so, excuse me, 2013. Anyway, so in the manga, of course, Venus picks up the sword and comes at Queen Beryl, just like she does in here, but then Jupiter tries, and then Venus manages to get through and kill Beryl with it. But in this one, they really are amping up the group friendship thing. So for anybody who is worried about the deviation of the group, working as a group type thing, it is there. They actually added that into this, having Sailor Moon hold the sword and attack Beryl while the others came together to help her. Really proved that. So that is really what they're pushing for. The biggest thing that I thought was great was that the Shittenou appeared, and I knew they were going to do something. I knew they had to have some kind of a closure for them. And it seems kind of sad to me that it almost seemed like a waste, sort of, if you think about it, because they're brought back, they remember everything, boom, they're taken out in like one frickin' moment by Queen Metallia. So I guess their whole purpose is to just keep helping the four Senshi, as Tuxedo Command kind of was there to help this Sailor Moon, you know what I mean? And I mean, they're really pushing the girl power, obviously, but it's really sad that they got killed off, and I know they're probably going to be back somehow. Obviously, not corporeal, I would say. Otherwise, it would just deviate too much from how the manga is. But I'm pretty sure that Mamoru is going to get Tuxedo the Smoking Bomber sometime soon, probably in R, actually. And I was a little surprised that they left the graphicness of the swords and stuff in there, but at the same time not really. I mean, this is very much not the original Sailor Moon anime series that we remember. I mean, it had some violent things in it, but it was a lot more upbeat and happy-ish and stuff. This is very, very dramatic, and it's very much what Naoko Takeuchi kind of wanted with the original manga. It's very more grown up. And so the differences between the two, as Zach had pointed out before, it's almost like they're two completely different things, because they kind of are. But this was a very poignant and sad episode in many ways. I actually felt bad for Beryl when she was dying. I mean, the moment and the music they chose was just fantastic. Did you notice, too, that the title... Sorry, I keep pointing this way because my computer's over there. The title music was different, too. It's not that usual, like, kind of palace-y, kind of fantasy type thing. It was more dark, because we are at the end here. We're almost at the end. There's 2 more episodes if it follows the manga. 2. And then 1 more, and then Chibiusa comes at the end of the next one after that. So, yeah. The next episode, of course, is Saturday, January 3rd, 2015, which happens to be Anime Revolution Winter Edition. So I'll be in Vancouver for that. Anyway, I'm totally deviating off topic here. But we got the Venus Love Me chain. We got the... I like that Sailor Jupiter jumped into things as well. To join them. I mean, a lot of it did follow kind of what happened before. However, when Sailor Moon followed Tuxedo Command after he got the sword away from her, he was carrying Venus in the manga, but in this one, in the anime, no, it doesn't happen. Luna doesn't appear at all. She just talks through Usagi's button things like normal. When I found it especially poignant too when Sailor Moon brought the sword up and got Tuxedo Command and then herself, and all the girls, including Luna, were just like, no, no, and it's just so sad. Just the emotion in their voices, which is, you know, Japanese voice actors are so much more adept at capturing emotion than a lot of English ones are. I find, that's just personal opinion. As a wannabe voice actor, I find I have trouble trying to instill emotion into things properly, but I try really, really hard. I had to do some kind of emotional stuff a little bit with the audio play that I'm involved in with General Kiros, and you really got to take a look at what the character, like, you kind of get a feel for the character, and you have to really put yourself into there and really know what you're doing. So I hope that when they do dub Sailor Moon Crystal into English, that Stephanie Shea and all of them, Robbie Damon and so on, they can capture those emotions after doing the full 200 episodes and specials and movies from the classic series that they're dubbing right now. That would be really nice to see. I was wondering if they were actually going to get to the part where Tuxedo Command is holding up Sailor Moon by the neck, but they did. I mean, they played it off really, really well, and I think splitting them up like they did was an actual excellent choice. It does, and I mean splitting up by having Usagi and Mamoru in one area with Metallia by themselves, and then the 4 Senshi Guardian, well, Senshi Soldiers, Guardians, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, and Venus with Jadeite, Nephrite, Zoisite, and Kunzite. I thought that was very, very well done. It kind of just drove home the scenes a little bit better, and goes to show that Sailor Moon is capable of making decisions on her own without having her friends there. And as we saw in the preview of the next episode, which is kind of, I mean, I like it because I am a spoiler whore, and I already know what's going to happen, but people who are new to the series, you know, it does kind of spoil it for you. You know that she's alive, that things are going to work out, which is great, because you kind of want that anyway. So, overall, I loved this episode. It was very action-packed. It explained an awful lot of stuff in one, like, little 24-minute episode, and it's just, of course, they left it on the cliffhanger just like in the manga, which is perfectly fine. I think the fact that they did show previews of it, that things are going to be okay, really helps. It helps me, especially right now, because personally I'm going through a big kind of crisis on some things. I won't go into details of it, but this is my little getaway kind of thing to watch this and be happy before I go to bed and get up early so that I can open in the morning. So, but now I'm really wound up because it was such a good episode. I don't know if I'm going to sleep tonight, but we'll see. It was very sad. I mean, you know, she swiped at him, which in the manga it's not entirely apparent. There's no mark on him when she does it, but I mean you see the rip in the episode when she gets him with the sword, and then she kisses him and then gets herself, and it's such a sad, it's a romantic, sad, crazy, almost Romeo and Juliet, but not quite as irritating kind of story. And it's, I don't know, it's just, it's going to be very interesting to see how everything plays out in the next 2 episodes, or whether they're going to stop it at the next episode and pack 2 chapters into there, or what they're gonna do. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're just following exactly how it goes, because I mean there are 26 chapters between Queen Beryl and R in the manga, so it makes sense with 26 episodes, unless they're gonna do something different. Who knows? They are deviating in little bits, which is kind of nice to see. Every Sailor Moon series has done that now, between the manga, the original anime series, the live action series, really deviated from everything. The musicals kind of are based in a retelling of Queen Beryl. They never really start right from the beginning. They kind of do a retelling, sort of, or at the point where the Senshi have joined already together, because otherwise it would take a long freaking time. And the new cast is doing a fantastic job, and I'm so excited for the Sailor Moon S musical, which is very likely to come out next summer. Next month, the musical Petite Étrangère is going to be in Shanghai, I think. So that's very exciting for them. I'm glad to see that they're going to other places. I would love it if they would come to North America, specifically Canada, but I would imagine they go to the States first, if at all. But bringing a production that big, especially from Japan, is likely, very unlikely to happen unless it's done by North American actors and actresses, but that would be amazing. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about something that I brought up the other day too. If you look at the CD Japan listing for the Sailor Moon Crystal OST, which comes out on Christmas Eve, and yes, I have pre-ordered my own, it is a 2-disc set. The first disc set seems to be most of the music from the Queen Beryl arc, and then there's going to be spoilers, because the second CD is mostly the image songs, like including Chibiusa, Black Lady, and so on, so it shows the songs that we're going to hear in the Black Moon family arc. So that's quite interesting that they're doing it that way, and because that series won't start until either mid-January, if they do finish everything off in the next episode, or in February, because there's 2 episodes left, if following the manga exactly, till the end of the Dark Kingdom arc. So, super excited, super stoked. Yes, yes. How much time do I have left? I'm at 12:24. Okay. So, tomorrow is Sunday, of course. The radio show that I normally do is not going to be on because we're doing the year-enders, CFBX year-ender. And what that is they get a lot of the DJs and stuff from various shows, and from 8 a.m. until midnight at 15-minute increments, come on and just kind of talk about your show and play some songs and stuff from it. So I'm going to be on at 2:15 Pacific Standard Time, the X.ca 92.5 FM in Kamloops, and then we're on a 2-week hiatus. I'll be back January the... what is it? The 4th is the Sunday, and then 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. January 11th, my show will be back. So a little bit of a hiatus there, which is good because I'm going to be in Vancouver for Anime Revolution Winter Edition, which is going to be taking place on January 3rd, Saturday the 3rd. And then I'll be back on the 4th in Kamloops, and yeah, so... I still haven't decided if I'm going to be doing daily videos come the new year, because I'll have kind of achieved everything, sort of. I missed 2 days because of AR this year. But we'll see how it goes. I'll still be doing the Sailor Moon reviews, so don't worry about that. I was so excited about this episode. Very, very, very well done. But they are focusing more on the action scenes and kind of cutting out more of the discovery scenes, like Motoki learning about them and all that. I really liked how the live-action series did it when Motoki found out about Makoto being Jupiter, and Naru-chan found out about Usagi being Sailor Moon. I loved that. That was just priceless. It was wonderful. But the live-action series was like Power Rangers-ish, which is still fun because I love Power Rangers. Anyways, I'm just rambling now. I have to get to bed. I will see you guys tomorrow, which of course is Sunday. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Enjoy the episode. Enjoy all the rest of the episodes. If you haven't watch them on Crunchyroll or Nico Nico. It's just so exciting. You can even see some on YouTube too. I'm surprised. Don't know if they've all been pulled down yet, but you might be able to still see them. Anyway, I'm heading off, going to bed, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.